It is an honor for me to be here with you today. I'm just a simple brother from Providence, Rhode Island, who, when I swore to uphold the Constitution, when I joined the Army as a combat medic, I did so not as an abstract concept, but something that I truly believed in and loved. And I still believe in this contract, my oath, to defend the Constitution of this country. After spending 18 months in Vietnam as a combat medic, I vowed with every fiber of my being that I would learn from the experiences in Vietnam, especially combat, and I would work for peace and reconciliation. In 1998, I had the good fortune to return to Vietnam with a small group of 20 other American soldiers. We connected with 20 former enemy soldiers, North Vietnamese and former Viet Cong. Some of them, 4 Vietnamese and 4 of the American team, had spinal cord injuries. But we rode bicycles together from Hanoi in the north, 1,200 miles south, to Ho Chi Minh City for peace and reconciliation. And it was quite stunning to return to a scene of war and to see a country alive and growing, children running in the streets. Few have seen Black Americans. They wanted to rub my arms and touch me. It was just wonderful. Kids are universal, like us. But I couldn't help but wonder, and with tears in my eyes, to be honest with you, how tragic it was that it took so many years to ride bicycles together rather than having fought. What a difference it would have made. Now, as Jim had cited, we watch a whole other generation of soldiers fighting and dying in Iraq and in Afghanistan. Some of them are our children. Many of them are our relatives. And it is with a sound sense of betrayal that so many American veterans have that our country and the American people are ignoring us. It is easy to understand why so many of these veterans have come back disillusioned and are struggling and in need of our help. When they return, they see people with yellow bumper stickers on their cars saying support the troops. Others will fly the American flag. Others will still wear American flag lapel pins. But by and large, the American people really don't get it. We really don't understand what is happening to our children and to the children of Iraq and Afghanistan. And they don't do so because this war has largely been very political. We have seen an administration that has played politics with this war from the beginning. I will never forget the words of President Bush shortly after the war began. He was asked by a reporter, "What should the American people do, Mr. President? How can they support the war?" This was in the context of those of us who are old enough to remember our parents who survived World War II and who served in World War II. The country, all of us contributed. But when asked this question, President Bush, of what should the American people do, his response was, the American people should take their children and their families to the malls and to Disneyland. In other words, his answer was that we should stimulate the economy. He didn't ask us to sacrifice in a single way. And no, my friends, this administration expects very little sacrifice, except for those who are wearing the uniforms and their families, who are paying an incredible price. It is equally sad for me because I really hoped that we had learned the lessons from the Vietnam War, that we would never again repeat anything like that again, that literally tore this country apart. History has proven me wrong. And in a large part, because our nation is bogged down in 2 wars that have lasted longer than all of World War II. And there is no end in sight. Dr. King opposed the Vietnam War because he thought it was immoral. In his famous speech, Beyond Vietnam, he also told us how the Great Society programs that he truly believed in, to eliminate poverty, to eliminate illiteracy, to provide equal access to all people. Dr. King witnessed the conflict between the war in Vietnam and the domestic economy, and he said that the Great Society was being shot down on the battlefields of Vietnam. We are witnessing some of those similar trends, my friend. UUSC has embarked on a very ambitious program, and that is the cost of the war. Who pays the price for the war in Iraq? The Reverend Theodore Parker told us about, quote, "The arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends toward justice." I have no doubt, my friends, that this war will end. I have no doubt that we as a people will survive this, but we have an obligation and an opportunity to make a difference.